Good day. Today I'm going to teach you the different parts of the angle grinder. So let us start with this tool. This tool is what we call prong spanner or pin spanner, or some called it as angle grinder flange spanner. Anyway, with the word spanner, that is a British orientation, or that is how the Brits called a wrench. They call it as a spanner. But if your English is an American orientation, then you may call it as a wrench. So it could be prong wrench or angle grinder, flange wrench, or pin wrench. Okay, so it depends if uh, your English is British or American. Okay, so this is used to remove the flange nut in your angle grinder. Okay, and then these are the disc. Okay, so these are the disc. Let's start with this one. This is what we call the metal sandpaper. Of course, it's a sandpaper, so it is used to smoothen surfaces, especially for metals, or it can also be used to uh, clean the surface of a metal. Even paints or rust it can remove. Next, we have the cutting disc. So, of course, from its name itself, this is used to cut metal. Okay, intended for metal. And this disc is intended for cutting metals. So it will be placed here. Okay, and then we have the grinding disc. So it is used to grind metals. If you want to cut a little bit part of the metal by grinding, then this is the disc that you're going to use. Right? Now let's proceed to the disc itself. So this is the flange nut, and this is the disc. This is a grinding disc. And for safety, there is a guard included, so that if ever the disc will fly during operation, then it will not fly toward the user. So this is the guard. And then we have the handle. And then this part, this is the tool rest. So when we are not using the grinder, then we have to position it like this. Okay, so that is the correct way of positioning the angle grinder when not in use. Okay, so this is the tool rest. This is the tool rest. And then we have the lock, lock button. The purpose of this one is you press and hold it until the disc will lock. So I will show you. So it can rotate, but when you press the lock button and rotate, and then it will lock, then that's the time that you have to remove the flange nut using the wrench. Okay, and then uh, we have the switch here at the back. Okay, so this is the switch. On off switch. In some models, there is a lock switch somewhere here, so that once you turn on the grinder and you pull the lock switch, the grinder will still turned on. Okay, unless you switch it off. Anyway, this one, once you turn it on, the switch is not a push button. But there are some grinders wherein It's like a push button. The switch is push button. And some models, the switch is here on this part. Okay, on this part with some model. Next, we have the cord strain reliever. Okay, so that the cord will not is because mostly the problem with tools with a wire is the cord is cut here, or the is damaged on this part. So there must be cord strain reliever so that the cord will not easily be cut on this part. Okay, and then of course we have the electrical cord, and in order for the grinder to work, then it must be plugged on the outlet. Let's see if it's working. So I think I'm handling it with my left hand, although I'm right-handed because of the video. And then let me try to turn it on. Alright, so that's those are the different parts of the angle grinder. And after using it, make sure you plug it the right way and then unplug. Okay, next time I will show you a video on how to replace the disc properly to avoid accidents.